What is life without dessert? Nyam Nyam are going to show you how to make these delicious coconut, mango and orange jelly puddings. All you need is 15 grams of agar powder and 50 grams of sugar with 250 millilitres of coconut water. Heat that on the stove and whisk it till it all dissolves together. Add 250 millilitres of coconut milk to that and 250 grams of mashed coconut. You can buy creamed coconut from the store if you like. Mix that all together nicely and remove it from the heat. Now, in a separate pot, we're going to add 15 grams of agar powder with 50 grams of sugar once again, this time mixing it with 500 millilitres of coconut water. Again, mix it until it dissolves and let it bubble away for a while. Then we can remove it from the heat. Pouring our first mixture into the bottom of a serving dish, making sure it's evenly spread. That goes in the refrigerator for 15 minutes. When it's partially set, we're going to add on our second layer, not pouring it directly on so as not to destroy the first layer. Again, that goes in the refrigerator for 15 minutes, and we repeat this process for every layer and do as many layers as you like. So you're going to end up with this beautiful white and transparent striped effect on our jelly. So finally, that goes in the refrigerator for 1 hour to set properly. Once it's ready, we're going to use a knife to just ease off the sides of our jelly from the sides of the dish. That way, when we turn it upside down, it will come out easily. And there you have it. Time to neaten it up for display purposes. We're just going to slice off around the edges to give it a nice sharp edge. And slicing it into portions. And there you have it, ready to serve. Look at that work of art. Almost too good to eat. Well, I said almost. Now, for our second recipe, we add some mango pieces into a blender. You can use fresh mango pieces or even tinned or frozen mango pieces. Whiz away until it's all nicely smooth to a pulp. In a pot on the stove, add 25 grams of agar powder with 50 grams of sugar. Add 350 millilitres of coconut water to that. And again, mix till it dissolves. We're going to pour in our mango pulp whilst it's bubbling away there. And stir it all together. Look at that colour. Once it's perfectly blended, we can remove it from the heat and pour it into a serving dish. We're going to spoon in some fresh pieces of mango. Going to hide them in the jelly there. Always nice to have fresh fruit in with your fruit flavoured jelly. Now we're going to offset the sweetness of the mango with a few sprigs of super fresh mint. And doesn't the colour look fantastic too? It's so easy to grow your own mint in your garden these days. That goes in the refrigerator for 15 minutes. Meanwhile, in another pot, add 15 grams of agar powder with 50 grams of sugar once again. Once that's mixed up evenly, we add 150 millilitres of coconut water and 250 millilitres of coconut milk. Let that bubble away and remove it from the heat. That is going to be poured onto our first layer via a spoon so as not to spoil the first layer. We don't pour it on directly. There, that goes in the refrigerator for 1 hour. And once it's fully set, we can just ease the sides away from the sides of the dish. Using a knife, very carefully. Now, we're going to turn that upside down on a chopping board and it should come out easily. There you go. Neatening up the edges. Presentation is 50% of a perfect recipe. I think we eat 50% with our eyes. There you have it, beautifully done. And I'm sure it tastes gorgeous too. Now for our final recipe, we want 100 grams of orange jelly powder mixed with 50 grams of sugar and 8 grams of agar powder in a mixing bowl. Add 250 millilitres of hot water to that. Stir it until it dissolves, using a whisk for ease. Add 150 millilitres of cold water to that mixture and refrigerate it for 20 minutes. Now we're going to put 250 grams of yogurt into a sieve and just put it aside for 10 minutes. Let the water drain out of it. Meanwhile, our orange jelly is partially set and we're going to mix it up a bit. Now we're going to add in our sifted yogurt into that. Mix it together until it becomes nice and smooth pale orange. We're going to add some orange food colouring to that just to brighten it up. Like I said, 50% is in the display, in the presentation. That is going to go into a lightly oiled serving dish. The oil will make it easier to get the jelly out at the end once it's set. Pour that in. Look at that orange. Delicious. We refrigerate that for 1 hour. And now it's completely set, we can just ease it away from the sides of the dish and turn it upside down. Now we've added some dark chocolate ganache into a food piping bag, which with a very thin nozzle we are using to create a beautiful pattern on top of our orange jelly, using a zigzag effect going different ways. Adds to it a sense of class and a superior professional end result. Add a few sprigs of mint on top of that once the chocolate ganache is set. That beautiful bright green colour against the dark brown of the chocolate and that lovely zesty bright orange jelly. Absolutely perfect to impress all of your guests. And there you have it. Cooked to perfection. Delicious.